Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I thank you all for pushing play and spending a little bit of time with me today. Today we are going to just be doing a little talking, maybe getting to know me just a little bit more about what is happening in my life, what am I doing to prepare myself for the future. I just wanted to just chit chat a little bit. Okay, so today we're not doing any makeup. I'm not doing a transition or anything like that. I am getting ready for the work week. We have 2 days of new hire orientation at my location this week. So my office is business casual, but usually when we do orientation, I like to just kind of up it up just a little bit. I try not to be too casual when we have orientation. So we're basically going to get the hair done. I did wash my hair, condition it, I let it air dry and everything. So we're going to prepare the hair. I'm not wearing a wig or anything like that, but if you know me, you've been following me, you know I love, especially if you watch my YouTube shorts, I love the top knot bun. But I thought I would do something different this week, so I'm pulled out my Miss Gray Tea clip-ins. These are salt and pepper clip-ins. I do have a video where I did a review and showed you some different styles that I did with the clip-ins. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I pulled them out. They are 16-inch Coily clip-ins. And so we're going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing a style. And I haven't worn the clip-ins in so long. I have just been doing my top knot bun. But I'm trying to do different styles and stuff. You know, just get out of that funk where you just like, when you're a natural, I think it's so easy to become a lazy natural. So these are the clip-ins. Like I said, I have not done anything more of these in I don't know how long. But and I just kind of, once I washed them and everything, I just kind of wrapped them up and put them in the bag. And so, yeah, so I'm going to have to kind of go through and brush them, which I'm going to brush them anyway for the style that I'm going to be doing. But these are the clip-ins. They do have, I don't know how many I got. I can't remember. Again, it's been a while. But we have different ones. Like this one here has 5 clips on them. And they just snap like that. So this is them, and this is the Coily. I did get the Coily ones. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a style, so we're going to do that today, and we're just going to talk. And once I get my hair done, we're going to then just get my work stuff out for the work week, and then we're going to get on up out of here. But we're going to do a little talking along the way. And you're probably saying, what is that you got on, girl? This is my MooMoo. I feel like since I have really started embracing the fact that I am going to be retiring in, I guess it's less than 3.5 years, because now it's August. So I'm going to be retiring. I'm just going to say 3 years, because I mean, it's August. We got what? September, October, November, 4 more months to go. I mean, it's still early August, so 5 more months. So I'm just going to count this month is almost over, this year almost over, and just say 3 more years. So I'm kind of like getting into my MooMoo era, you know what I'm saying? Where I want to start buying things where I'm just lounging around and not feeling like I gotta be in clothes or something like that. So if somebody comes by to see me, or if it's the weekend, and sometimes the fellas come over to see my husband, they sit on the patio, smoke cigars and shoot the shit or whatever, and they may sometimes stick their head in the door to speak. I don't feel like I gotta have clothes on. This here I feel is appropriate to walk around, even when my brother comes over to see my mom. So I feel like I'm presentable. So yeah, this is cute. I'm going to insert a picture of what it looks like, but it's cute. It even comes with the matching headscarf, which I absolutely love, because if you're a lazy natural like me, or just somebody that just don't want to do anything to their head on the weekend, you still feel like you're put together. Now, this is not something that I would wear out of the house. No, kind of like I don't understand wearing your pajamas and stuff out of the house, but that's your business if that's what you do. But no, this is not something I would wear to the store or anything like that. This is just something for lounging around the house, and I feel still presentable, put together, and would not be, feeling like I need to go put on some clothes because people coming over, or my brother's coming over to see mom, or whatever the case may be. So I love it. It's pretty inexpensive. It's available on my TikTok showcase. So if you click my TikTok link below and go to my showcase, yes, it is. I receive a little bit of proceeds if you should click my link, of course. But they're pretty much inexpensive. I think I bought 4, and they were less than $30 for 4, and that included the matching head wrap, and there are several colors. Okay, so just throwing that out there for that. So what we're going to be doing with the clip-ins, I'm going to be using this is Basque and Leather Edge Control for strong hold. And this is for natural and relaxed hair. Let me tell y'all something. I love this product, and a little goes a long way. I want to say that a little goes a very long way. I haven't even used that much. Hopefully you can pick it up on the camera. I have not used that much because when I use this, I don't have to go back in. Kind of like with gel. Even with stronghold gel, and maybe it's the gel I'm using, I don't know, but I've tried the brown gel, the more popular gel, y'all all know. And if you 4C, and then not only am I 4C, I'm also gray, baby, them edges don't want to lay down with that gel. It just does not. I mean, it lay down for a little bit, but eventually it'll start curling back up. And even if I set it, tie it down, throughout the day, it just starts to curl back up. But with this, yes, I'm telling you, if you're a 4C girly, and so if it's doing it for 4C girlies and it's doing for the gray, everybody else, this right here is what you need for edge control. Okay, again, available on my TikTok shop, or you can go to their website. But like I said, if you click my link and go to my showcase, yes, I do receive a little bit of commission if you use my link. But I'm going to be using this. I did wash my hair, condition it, I air dried it, so I'm going to be going in and oiling my scalp with the TMA Extra Strength Hair Growth Oil. I absolutely love this. I can definitely see the difference. I don't have a link for this. This is strictly my opinion. This stuff here, I feel like is really helping to thicken up my hair. I have less shedding since I've started using this. And let me tell you, this is my second bottle. This is the first bottle. As you can see, it's just very little in there. It's already down to like the fenugreek and the seeds and everything. So I probably could strain it to get the rest of that goodness out of there. But I do have a second one. So I feel like I'm going to go ahead and put this on subscription because I'm absolutely finding that this is actually helping thicken my hair back up and getting it strong. Because gray hair is just brittle. It really is very brittle, and I'm trying to protect it. So I have this oil. It is definitely helping. I also have their hair growth moisture mist. So sometimes throughout the week when I want to take my top knot down and kind of spray it apart, I go in and spray this so my hair is not dry and brittle. So I'll go ahead and moisturize it, and then even just daily I'll just spray around the perimeter just to give me some moisturizer. And I don't use a lot. As you can see, I still have quite a bit. Okay, so that's some of the products that we're going to be using along with the Miss Gray Tea clip-ins. So that's it. I'm going to put my hair up in a ponytail. I'm going to get it on up in the ponytail and everything, and then we're going to get started with putting in the clip-ins. But in the meantime, between time while we're doing all of that, like I said, we're going to be getting ourselves ready for the work week. And if you've been following me, then you know I talk about this all the time. Work smart, not hard. If you are working, if you work 5-6 days a week, then you already know it's a lot going on to just even get yourself up, get yourself ready and out the door. So sacrifice a little bit of your time on one of your off days to have everything done. For me, that means I work 5 days a week. I'm off Saturday and Sunday. So that basically means I need 5 outfits out. That includes the undergarments as well, especially if I'm having to wear a certain shapewear or something like that under one of my undergarments. I want to make sure I have my outfits out, whatever undergarments I need to wear, whether it's socks, stockings, what shoes I'm going to wear with each one, whatever it is. My jewelry is pretty much simple. I wear my wedding ring, either gold or silver earrings. That's not nothing major. Have your hair done, prepped, ready. If you have to do something, make sure you just have to get up in the morning, take it down, shake it, whatever you got to do, whatever you have to do to make life easy. Not just that, meal prepping. for lunch. Okay, if you, that means saying, hey, if I'm taking sandwiches, let me make all 5 sandwiches, because you know you can throw that in the bag and just throw, you know, your fruit, your snacks, whatever. That's easy to just throw in there. But already have your sandwiches made for the week. You know, it's sometimes I feel like it's better just make 5 sandwiches versus trying to do it every day. Okay, especially if you have children or if you have grandkids like me. I watch my grandbabies at least 3 days a week. So having my lunch already prepped, and I have fallen off from doing that. So I'm definitely trying to get back on track with doing that this week. So I'm not getting up in the morning trying, what can I take for lunch? What can I take for lunch? It's already done. And especially on orientation day, I have to be at work an hour and a half earlier. So that means I'm getting up earlier. So I don't really have time, and I don't want to have to get up earlier to fix myself a lunch or figure out what I'm going to wear for work. So let's work smart and not hard. So even we all know, if you got children, or if you are responsible for getting your grandkids or your niece and nephews to school, you already know school, if it hasn't started for you, it's about to start. So in my case, my grandbaby, he already started school last week. So that means when he's over here, I'm having to get up earlier and make sure that I get him up so he can eat his breakfast, wash his face, brush his teeth, get him dressed. So when his mom, because she works an overnight shift, when she gets here, he's ready to go. Okay, so I don't have time to try to figure out my stuff and get him up, because you know how children are. He's only 8, and you know I don't want to be fussing at him because I'm rushing and all that. So save yourself the irritation and the frustration, because you don't want to be all worked up, and you don't want him or her going to school all worked up and upset for school. Okay, so sacrifice one of your work days, get everything done. And even if you want to take it another step, meal prep a meal. Do something that will stretch 1 or 2 days, whether it's spaghetti, whether it's tetrazzini, whether it's, I don't know, if you're going to do chili dogs, I don't know, go ahead and make the chili or put it in a pot. So all you do is put it on the stove. I don't know. I'm trying to say, find something that will stretch. Do some crock pot meals. They got all kind of crock pot recipes. Do your crock pot meal, you know, so something they can have, maybe they can eat off of 2 or 3 days. If you're not bougie and not one of those type of people that say, I don't like to eat the same thing every day. I know there are people like that, but in this household, we are not. So we try to do something simple. Yesterday, hubby did 2 chuck roast in the crock pot. So we've got that. He did the macaroni and cheese. He did some new potatoes, and he made some cornbread. So that's gonna last him and my mom a couple of days. I eat a little bit of roast. I'm not big on eating. I don't even want to get into that because y'all gonna say, you what? But yeah, I'm not a big eater of roast, but I will eat a little bit of it, and I probably will take a little bit of that, a little bit of the mac and cheese and the new potatoes with me to work the next 2 days, just to keep it simple. I may make a sandwich, I don't know, but I'm planning to get everything done. But this is the thing about time management. I have been talking about it. I'm off Saturdays and Sundays. So I was like, when I get off on Friday, I got to learn to just keep going, push through, maybe do my housework, go ahead and do my laundry. So that is out of the way. And then on Saturday mornings, get up. And if I'm the one that's going to be cooking something, go ahead and cook. If not, go ahead and get myself ready for my lunch for next week, get my work clothes out. And that way, when Sunday comes, which today is Sunday, August the 10th, I'm either doing is editing. I've already created my content, and maybe I'm just editing if I don't get it done that night. So that's the thing about being a content creator. I'm not a full-time content creator because I still have a full-time job. But I want to learn how to manage my time better, because I don't want to have to be doing something on both of my off days. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was all Saturday, did that, and then I was tired and zonked out. And then here I am up on Sunday morning. And I got up early, made mama some breakfast. I ate a little breakfast, trying to get stuff set up. And I was trying to figure out my Rode mics. It's been so long since I've used them. So it's a lot, y'all. A lot that be going on. And so here it is, 11 o'clock, and I pretty much just started filming. So we're just going to talk about some things. We're going to get this hair together. We're going to get the work stuff together, and then we're going to get up out of here. But I wanted to talk to y'all about a few things that I've probably been mentioning about. Like I said, of course, getting myself ready for retirement. I know y'all probably like, girl, you talking about you got about 3.5 years or less than 3.5 years. Why are you talking about retirement already? Because you do have to start getting ready. I mean, I don't want to wait till the year of and be like, oh, I need to do A, B, C, D, E, F. You know what I'm saying? I want to start now, figuring out my life, figuring out what's the plan for what I do after retirement. Definitely going to be doing a way more traveling and stuff. So I had already mentioned about starting a separate channel for that, because this is pretty much just like beauty, you know what I'm saying? Like wigs, makeup, creating my transitions, you know, doing a little like this sit down talks and getting myself ready for the work week. So I kind of want to do a separate channel because we're going to be doing a lot more traveling. So I kind of want to do a channel where it's geared to what am I doing over the next 3 years to prepare myself for retirement. And it's kind of like my journey and everything that I'm trying to learn, what I'm trying to figure out, what I'm doing to get myself ready, whether it's about my finances, moving money around, moving my stuff around in my IRA, my 401k, my stock portfolio, whatever I'm trying to do and learn about what's the best thing for me and my family moving forward into my retirement. Becoming a full-time content creator, and also definitely saying that we're going to be traveling more. So I feel like I don't want to merge the two, because a lot of you who are following me here, you're here because of the makeup, the hair, you know, the dramatic stuff, and you know, some of the daily vlogs. So I definitely felt like I want to separate the two. So if you're interested in that, or if you're in that mode for retirement, or just curious as to what all I'm doing, you really want to just follow me on that channel. And that's, you know, when you click on, that's what I'm going to be talking about, what I'm doing, where we're finna go, all of that kind of stuff, versus you clicked on my channel because I said a new video is up, and then you're like, what is she talking about? Where's the makeup? Where's the wigs? You see what I'm saying? So I want to keep it separate. All right. So I haven't decided. I've kind of made me a list of the names for the new channel, but I have not quite decided. I want to have it narrowed down and decided and already created definitely by September 1st. So that is my goal. So definitely gonna have that ready for you, and when I do have it, I'm definitely going to let you guys know. So if you are interested, or you just want to still support me and follow me over there on that channel, that you'll come on over there and watch me on my journey to retirement, and then follow me once I do retire on everything I'm doing to just try to enjoy my life, enjoy the fruits of my labor, because I started working when I was 16 years old. So I'm 56. I have pretty much been working 40 years, minus maybe 1 or 2 when I was pregnant with my kids. And so, of course, so that's 40 years. I'm going to end up working another 3 years or so. So I'm going to be done worked 43 years. So if the Lord allows me to see retirement, I want to just travel. I want to cruise. I want to travel abroad, and what I'm doing to prepare for that, and how I'm going to pay for it. Okay. All of that. So you'll get to see my whole journey moving forward on that channel once I create it and all of that. Okay. But enough about that. Let's get into this. So I am going to, like I said, take this off because I'm looking crazy under here. So don't be talking about me, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, my scarf. And it's pretty long, as you can see. It's very, very long, and I love that for me. Take my glasses off. All right, so, and when I wash my hair, I normally have the plaits. It just makes it easier, especially being 4C. But I know a lot of girlies that do it 4C or not, but I definitely found that it makes it easier for me to wash and condition my hair with it being in plaits, and I don't have to really worry about it getting tangled and stuff like that, and I don't get so many fairy knots when I do it like this. So yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do, definitely, I am going to use a little bit of my Eco Styler gel, as well as some of my Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie, and to get it up in a ponytail. Because what I'm doing if I can find the look I'm going for, I'll definitely insert a picture of the style I'm going for. But I got to get all this up in here because, like I said, I'm 4C, so I got to have a little help. But the game changer, y'all, the game changer is definitely going to be this basque and lather edge control. This is going to be a game changer. Because I won't have to continue every day or every other day to add gel or whatever. Because, like I said, 4C, and then on top of being 4C, I am gray. These gray hairs do not like to be tamed, okay? They do not like to be tamed, all right? So, this right here. But in the meantime, between time, I'm going to go ahead, get my hair up in the ponytail, go ahead and get it set. Once I put all my products in and I get it combed, brushed up into where I want it, I go ahead and blow dry, get it dry, and then I'm going to go in with this over top to really smooth it and get it up how I want it. Now, if you're one of those types that don't want to do all that, that's perfectly fine, okay? But this is what I like to do because I like a more finished look, especially for work. That's just my preference. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you don't mind the flyaways, if you don't mind any of that, that's fine. But for me, I just like it to be more, you know, laid, I guess, if that's the word for it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get that done. Might speed it up a little bit, but that's what I'm going to do. But the first thing I want to do definitely is go in. I'm going to go ahead and oil my scalp. I'm going to go ahead and do that, give myself a good massage and all that, and then I'm going to get my hair up into a ponytail. So play a little music and then, you know, probably fast forward a little bit and get that done. All right. They don't even need my help. She says she got your touch. Something about her. And she work like a boss, play like a boss. Car in a crib, she got to pay you more. And the bills are paid on time. She paid for a boss, only a boss. Anything that she couldn't get on. That's the girl that's on my mind. That's why I love her. It's independent. Won't you come and spend a little time? She got on me. That's why I love her. It's independent. Move away and shine. It's independent. Of everything you say, don't worry, I got it. And everything she got, best believe she got it. She gon' steal my heart, ain't no doubt about it, girl. You're everything I need. Said you're everything I need.
Anytime she walk in, she tear the party up. Time and time again. In the city, in the club, she know what's up. She know she dope. Body like drugs, and I need another dose. Baby, putting on a show. Remix from the front to the back, from the front to the back, from her head to her toe, from her head to her toe. Why she do it like that? Why she do it like that? 'Cause she know, she know, she know, she know. She aware that I'm watching, so she gon' put on a show, so she gon' put on a show. She look back and then she drop, she look back and then she drop. 'Cause she know.
So we're back. As you can see, I've got it up in the ponytail, you know, and I pretty much got it set where I want it to be at the top of my head. Now, as you can see, hopefully I zoom in and you can see how, I mean, I used my go-to gel as well as, of course, I used my curl enhancing smoothie, which of course will make your hair curly because I want to make sure I have moisture in my hair. I don't want my hair to be dry and everything, but still, even with using the gel, which is supposed to be for all hair types, as it says, all hair types, and it's supposed to smooth it out. But as you can see, 4C and then me being gray, you see how it is. Now, for some of you, like I said, if you're natural and that kind of stuff does not bother you, not to say that it bothers me, but you see how it's not laid down like I want it, you know, and I've got the flyaways and all of that. See, that's not what I like. So I want it to be more smooth down, okay? So I'm going to go in with this, with my edge control. I know it says edge control, but I go in with this throughout my head, okay? On the outskirts. I don't go in, you know, and lather it through each strand and all that like I did the gel and the curl enhancing smoothie. That's more for the moisturizer and everything to help with the dryness. So I want a more smooth, you know, I want it to all be laid down. That's just my preference, okay? So I'm trying to multitask because I do have to do a dedicated video for this. But like I said, I really like this. And how you know I like this is because I actually had 3, but I gave one to my co-worker for her daughter's hair because they have very long, thick hair. And they had a special going on where you could get 3. So it was just cheaper to get 3 versus buying 1. I mean, you save money, of course. So I ended up getting 3 and gave 1 away. That's how much I like them because I don't want to run out. But a little goes a long way. But when I do these styles, I do use a little bit more. But, you know, when I just want to just lay my edges when I'm doing my scarves and all that, you don't really have to use a lot. And it helps the scarf stay in place as well. So, but yeah, just so you know, yes, I like this. All right. So I'm going to go in with this. So we multitasking, people. We's multitasking. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my gimbal so I can set my phone up to get ready to record my video for the product so I can try to kill 2 birds. Try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, if that's what they are calling it. All right, so make sure. Now for this part, I'm going to go ahead. My overhead light is glaring in the background of my phone, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that down for just a minute, just so I can not have that per se in the background when I am recording. Okay. I need to clean my camera on my phone. Y'all, I tell you, this is the life of a content creator. I will probably you know, edit this part out so you don't have to watch all of this, okay? So you don't have to see all of the foolery with just my other lights. So the ring light is probably going to be better. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off my gimbal and put it over here on my ring light, which, yeah, looks way better. And I'll probably go ahead and turn these lights back on. So yeah, it's a lot goes into creating content. And so yeah, you want to make sure your lighting is right. I did buy some mics, but I still got to figure out how to get my lights to work. And I think I mentioned in my last video that, you know, I had to send in my DJI. Well, it was going to take too long for them to fix it. So they sent me a new one. Well, a gift card, and I ordered me a new one. So I just got to do my settings on here. So I'm going to definitely do that this week so I can start back using my DJI, because I actually love the quality. Right now I'm recording on my Sony, I think that's the ZV-10. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I like this one because especially if I'm vlogging, I don't feel like everybody in the world is watching me when I'm walking around with a big old camera. So I'm gonna get the settings set back up on that, of course. So I have pretty much got it set. I just went in, like I said, with the Basque and lather edge control. Again, you can go on my TikTok shop showcase. I can't stress this enough. If you're 4C, I mean, it works on natural or relaxed hair, but definitely if you are one of my 4C girlies, and definitely if you're gray, this is a game changer. I use this and I do not have to continue to go in and add products, which is what I love because it keeps me from getting product buildup, okay? Which makes me start itching, and sometimes the product buildup, you have the flaking and all that. There's no white residue, there's no flaking, and none of that, okay? I absolutely love this, okay? So what we're gonna go in now with, I'm gonna get my clip-ins out. Okay, I'm going to get my clip-ins out and then get them prepped and ready to install. So, like I said, I got, let me see, I have, it's been, like I said, it's been so long since I've used these. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you get 6 in a bundle, 6 in a bundle. Okay, so of course, and they all have different lengths. Okay, so I have, let me actually go through here so I can tell you exactly what you get, just so you'll know if you decide you want to get you some gray, if you're gray like me and you want some clip-ins, good quality clip-ins. Okay, and like I said, these are the coily hair, saying curly coily hair clip-ins. Okay, that is the 4. So we actually have, so you get in a set, you get, let me make sure I'm telling you right. So I have one with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips, and then I got 2 with the 4 clips, and then you get 3 with the 3 clips. Okay, so I'm going to go in because I want to brush out the quality. So I want it to be more of the, I don't know what you want to say, more of the, I don't want to call it nappy, but I don't want it to have the, like the curls. So I'm going to go in with my bristle brush and I'm going to kind of brush out the coily pattern is what I'm doing. So this is what they look like. Okay, just the coily texture, and then I'm going to brush them out because I want more of the fro look. Okay, so I want to brush out the curl pattern is basically all I'm doing with a bristle brush. Okay, and so then we're going to come back and then we're going to install them. Okay, So this is basically what it's going to end up looking like. So I'm going to give you more of this, you know, like a poof. So you see the difference? This is what I'm going for here. Okay, so I'm going to end up doing them all like this. What are your plans? And definitely traveling is something that I really want to do. Now, of course, y'all already know, like I said, I'm my mom's caregiver, and I'm not putting her in a nursing home or anything like that. And I'm not going to put her off on anybody. So my retirement and everything, I have to also consider her as well as, you know, in my plans. So that's why I wanted to, you know, start another channel, talk about my journey, what all I'm going to be doing to prepare for that, what all I'm doing, you know, what's my plan for my mom, and you know, on this journey and everything like that. So yeah, I think it's going to be exciting to go through that and for y'all to watch and see. And yeah, 3 years is a long time, but it goes by quick. But you get to see the journey. You know, it's not just me coming on here talking about, yeah, I'm retired, I'm traveling, I'm doing, you know, A, B, C, and D. You know, some people want to know, how did you get there? What did you start doing? For me, you know, I probably wish I would have started a little sooner preparing, but I don't even think I really had a plan. You know, the closer retire get, I just didn't think about it. I just figured I'll just work till I'm 60, 62, and then, you know, I'll retire. And I didn't really have a plan. I said, well, yeah, maybe I'll keep doing YouTube. But what else was I going to do? I don't know if I thought about just like traveling and stuff like that. So here we go. I've got 3 of them done, because you can put like 2 of them together, which is what I'm doing. 2 or more together, you know, makes it a lot quicker to brush them through. Yeah, so I don't really know if I really had a plan, to be honest. I just figure I'm going to work. When that time comes, I'm going to retire, and then I'll figure it out. But then I say, you know, as I've been watching a lot of people who have retired on YouTube, and a lot of them, they had a plan. They developed a plan. They started thinking about what's the plan after retirement. You know, am I going to start my own business that I have been putting off forever? Am I going to just sit around the house every day? You know, am I going to move, relocate, you know? And I started thinking about that. I'm like, you know what? Babe and I need a plan. What is our plan? We do enjoy traveling. We love traveling. And I really would like to see what it's like to plan something, go somewhere. Don't have to be back by a certain date. I don't have to plan for when I'm going, you know, or anything like that. So I can actually do more than one trip at a time. You know, I can go on a cruise, or I can hop on a flight and go somewhere to another country. I don't have to be back by a certain time. You know, I'm not limited to, you know, 2 or 3 weeks a year, you know. So it's like, you need a plan. You and babe, y'all need a plan. And then I needed a plan to incorporate my mom into that as well, you know. What we need to do to make sure that she's able to go. Of course, my mom, she goes to her doctor visits. She's healthy. She walks. You know, she's in her right mind. There's nothing wrong with her, anything like that. But of course, a lot of the trips that we might want to go, or the things we might want to do, she may not be able to do. She can go, or she may not be able to go. What's the plan for her when it's something she cannot go and do? You know, so that kind of is a conversation that me and my brother we've talked about, you know, moving forward when that time comes, you know, and there's things he's doing as well, because, you know, we've talked about a lot of things. So my plans have to also include my mom and my brother, because he helps me with my mom. You know, like he takes her to our doctor visits sometimes, so I don't have to, you know, take off. And even though, yes, we have a family medical leave act, but you know, you are using your time when you take off from work. So he's able to help her because he worked overnight, so he's able to take her sometimes, so I don't have to, you know, take off and take her sometimes. So we just kind of work together in that aspect. So my retirement has to include my mom. Okay, that's just, there's no option. Anything that I do a plan, kind of like, you know, if you have children, you know, you have to make sure that, you know, whatever you do includes something, there has to be a plan for your child, whether they're going, not going, if they are going, where are you going, what are you doing, what can you not do, so I figure I needed to start thinking about that. So it just happened to be 3 years out. I probably should have started sooner thinking about it, but it's never too late to start planning. So we're 3 years out, and time moves fast. It does. I've been on my job a little over 30 years now, so the time goes by. I remember when I was like, oh my God, I'm 10 years out from retirement, and then I'm like, oh, I'm 7 years. Well, now here I am 3 years out. And this year they did offer an early out, and I didn't take it out of fear, and I guess because I didn't have a plan. I hadn't really crossed my T's and dotted my I's and got myself ready. And so now it's like, okay, now I don't want that to happen again, because who knows, they may offer another early out. And if you don't know what that is, that means we're a company, they will give you the remainder of the years that you need. Now, of course, come November, I'm actually going to be eligible, but that's just me saying I'm going to go. But I was planning to go to 60 because I had some other things to do. But what they do is they offer you like an incentive money, and they'll give you whatever remaining years that you need to go ahead and retire. So like, say they offer another one. Well, since I'm eligible in November, they would just go ahead and give me those remaining months, and then whatever little money as an incentive to go ahead and retire. So if you're ready to go, the money, even though it's not a lot, it's kind of just like a bonus. I think this last time they offered like $15,000. It's not a lot of money, but if you're ready to go, it's just a little extra money for you to go ahead and go, and you can go ahead and, put it in the bank or put it up or whatever. So now, as you can see, I've got them all brushed out. They're all fluffy and like more afro-y, like what I want. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and start doing an install. Like I said, I haven't done this in a while. So, I'm going to lay them out. Like I said, I'm going to put the ones with the 5 clip together, and then the ones with the 4 clips. I think I have one with 5, and then I have 2 with 4, and then I have, I believe, 3 with the 3 clips. And then I'm going to just try to place them how I want them, so I can shape them up the style that I'm trying to create. So I've already shown you that, if I didn't remember to install the clip or the picture of what I'm doing. All right, so like I said, I've got it all set. Everything is where I want it to be. So I'm going to just take probably the 5 one first. I'm going to brush it just a little bit more, because I want to make sure I got it. I like it. Like I said, these are the clips, and they just snap. You just put them into your hair, and then you just snap them closed. So I'm just going to make sure they're all open. Okay. And then I'm going to start, do I want to start this way? I think I'm going to go ahead and start in the back. And I want to get it as close to the ponytail as I can. And then I'm just going to snap it closed. And then you just go around. And you get it in, and then you snap it closed. So you just inserting it, okay, and then I'm just snapping it closed. Then I'll come around to the other side, okay, then come around so you can see, and I'm just going to insert it and then snap it closed. Okay. And that's pretty much all I did. Went around the circle, and they all snap closed. And that's the one that had the 5. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with the ones with the 4. Make sure they're all open. Okay. And then same concept. Go ahead. Put them in. Get as close. You want to be as close as you can to the other one that you just did. And just put it in, snap it closed, slide that in, snap it closed, and it's this is so simple. It's not hard at all. Okay, so again, I got the next one in, Then I'm going to go in again with this. Okay. And I'm just going to add another one to the back. Okay. And again. So it's, I mean, it's so simple once you get them on. Okay. So I think that's all I'm going to do as far as like the backs, because what I'm trying to do, I'm going to form me like a, I want something like this in the front. And this is already starting to look full because I'm going to shape it and all that. But I'm also going to take some of this because it's the, you know, a lot of it. And I want to kind of go around it. I'm going to end up covering some of these in the back and then like pinning it. So what I might do, I don't know. I might not even need the short ones. Like, and these are so, they're long because these are 16-inch. And I don't really need it to be this long for what I'm going for. Because I'm also going to go in, because I want to like really make it, tease it. You know what I'm saying? The black clip-ins that I had purchased, you can purchase the type of hair that you want. So, but like I said, this was curly hair, so you can still get that froey texture. You just have to manipulate the hair, you know, by brushing out those coils out, which is what I'm doing. Just brushing them out. Okay. And then you see, you can't even see my ponytail under there. So what I want to do is go up under the bottom, and I want to take some out. Okay, so I need my hairpins. Let me get my hairpins. Hair from the back, and we, you know, because we got to cover up the, you know, the clip ends. Okay, so I'm going to take some from back here. Okay, I think I need a little bit more than that because I want to make sure that that is covered. I'm going to cut some of this scraggly off. Okay, and I'm going to just go around, okay, because I want to cover up that clip in, okay. Make sure that you don't see that. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Can't really see that. Silver hairpins, and go in and pin that hair. Okay. I want to do that. And then around. Okay, to cover up the hair. So I went all the way around with that one. Then I'm going to come and get another piece under here, because like I said, this is a lot of hair. What they say, trust the process, trust the process. So I want to get another piece out so I can go around the other way. Okay, the opposite way. And I want to go the opposite way because we want to make sure that the base of the clip-in is not showing. Okay. Right. Okay. So I think It may be good. Let me look, y'all. Let me look. Let me make sure. Turn around. You want to make sure that the weft is not showing. Okay. So I'm good on that. So now we come to the, let me cut some of this hair off. I want to get it shaped. So I'm going to get my holding spray. I'm going to use my E-Bind adhesive spray. It's going to hold once I get it shaped. Okay, I got to kind of go down a little bit so I can see in this mirror. Okay. So I'm just shaping this how I want it. I'm gonna go in. Always be used for like an updo style. So, but I don't remember if you can get them in different lengths or not. There are clip-ins on there, but I'm pretty sure they probably do. And then you wouldn't have to cut, because like I said, my black clip-ins, I got them short so I wouldn't have to, you know, do any cutting or trimming, because once I teased them, it just made them shorter, you know, the lengthwise, and gave me the look, the shape that I wanted. So, because I wanted to go more in like this. Okay. I feel like, I'm trying to decide if I want to cut it some more. So let me decide if I want to trim it up a little bit more, and then we'll come back, okay? All right, guys, so we're back. I think I've got it how I want it. I got it shaped up. Let me let this heat up, y'all. Feeling really short right now. Okay, so I've got it shaped up. As you can see how I want it. I made sure that my wefts are not showing in the back. Okay, and what I like, I still, even if there was an issue with the wefts, I can always take some hair, and I do have because it's like the same texture as the braid hair. It's kind of like the Molly hair, I guess. It's kind of like the same texture. I could always go around the back, but I think I've got the wefts covered pretty good in the back, and I've sprayed it with my E-Bind spray just to really tame it, shape it, and then I went in and just kind of used my scissors to cut it and shape it how I want it. And yeah, I think it looks good like this. Yeah, I am absolutely loving it. This is a hairstyle that I feel like I'm just gonna rock all week, but it's kind of like a go-to. And now that I've kind of got it cut and shaped and stuff like that, even when I take the clip-ins out and wash them, and then I can just reinstall them, because I know I did the 5 and then I did the 4, the 2 4s. So I'll just reuse these for this particular style. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all, look at it. You tell me what you think. I mean, that's the side. Let me just turn around to the back so you guys can see the back of it. I think it turned out really, really cute. I am absolutely loving this. So I'll definitely, you know, I'm not gonna put on any makeup because y'all already know I'm going to work. So I will probably come back in the morning with the earrings and just, you know, have my eyebrows done and little lipstick or something like that, and just show you, you know, how I'm looking when I go to work. Okay, but for the meantime, this is it after a little bit of cutting and shaping. And let me show you how much I did actually cut off. So this is how much I ended up, you know, cutting, which really isn't a lot, but I did cut it. Okay, cut them. So like I said, if you want something like this, you know, I'm like I said, I'm not for sure of the different lengths, but this was 16-inch Coily units that I just manipulated to give them more fro texture and cut them to, you know, to make this shape so it wouldn't be so big. All right, so we'll come back in the morning and with the, you know, the more finished look. All right. All right, y'all. Good morning. It is Monday morning, August the 11th. Your girl is getting ready to go to work. And like I said, I usually go to work. I'm very simple. I don't wear a lot of makeup or anything like that. I'm pretty much natural. But because it's orientation, I kind of elevated just a little bit by just, you know, laying the eyebrows, putting on a little mascara, a little black eyeshadow instead of eyeliner, and just a gloss. That's it. Really, really simple for work. I think as far as the hair, like I said, I went in and cut it down because it was really, really big. So I cut it, trimmed it really nice to shape it the way I want it, you know, more in the, I guess, pointed like this, triangle, whatever. And then I just sprayed it with some holding spray so it can stay, and added a little bit of oil sheen. And yeah, so I'm going to turn around so y'all can see the back. Give y'all a little spin around. Anyway, that's how it turned out. I think it's really, really cute, and hey, I'm gonna wear it through the week. And also, when I mentioned about the edge control that I use, that basking lather edge control, it is Stronghold. And like I said, if you're 4C or if you're gray, this right here, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. I did set it. I'm probably going to put a little bit more because I didn't put too much last night. But I'm going to put a little bit more on my edges back here. But pretty much when I just come home from work, I'm just going to tie it down. I'm good to go. I will not have to be worrying about my hair. And the outfit that I have on, I'll probably leave a... I may insert a picture of the full look inside. But it turned out really, really cute. I haven't done this style probably since I had gotten the, no, I don't even think I did it when I got these clip-ins. I think I did it when I had the black clip-ins before my hair turned all the way gray. But anyway, I'm going to insert a clip of my outfit for today. I don't know if I'm going to end the vlog here. I may come back a few more days just to talk to you guys. But anyway, no, I probably won't. I'll probably end the vlog here or tomorrow. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful week. And until next time, Cammy will see you later.